This conference will now be recorded.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, so we are
Yes,
going.
we'll join. Yes, we'll join in 5 minutes. Let's wait for 5 minutes. Okay.
No issue. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me, please? Mr. Venkat?
Hello, South. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Great, great, great. Raunak, you are able to hear me? I hope so. Hope you are able to hear me. That is what Max I can say.
Yeah, I am
Fine.
able to hear
So
Mr.
let
Venkat.
us try to. Yeah, great. No, he's on mute actually. That is fine. So
Right,
let
he's
us
in
try
mute.
to set the expectation. Then it will be very easy for us to know take it forward. Is that fine? This
Right, yes,
syllabus,
yes.
syllabus, everything we will keep it aside. So that is perfectly all right. Anyhow, we are going to do all those things. But
Mm-hmm.
predominantly, what we need to understand is what is that no we are expecting and how actually we need to proceed, because
Mm-hmm.
ultimately I am having some goal. If I am able to achieve my goal, it makes sense. You are asking
Mm-hmm.
A and I am talking B, it does not make any sense to anybody. You are with me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So with this, let us try to, I will give a brief first, then just we'll discuss what is what, so whether it is suitable or not, all those things we will need to take a call. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let us start. I am assuming that no, we are having some sort of SAP experience. Abab, can I say that?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. See now, couple of questions. Why actually we should go for Fiori when I am having Abab? See, there must be some
Mm-hmm.
reason, right?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you want to learn Fiori? Or let us not worry about our individual, no, this thing. Why SAP
Mm-hmm.
went to Fiori when Abab was there, right?
Right. So,
Yep. Any idea? So in order
like,
to understand, yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yes, like people were bored by their
Correct.
existing user interface and everything. So, might be
Yeah, that is
to
one. Yeah,
attract
yeah,
the
that is
customers. Yes.
perfectly. That is one of the biggest reason. That is one of the biggest reason
Yes.
why, because no, it is dead as far as cosmetic changes are considered or above, right? Even if I am
Mhm.
going to write a report, I cannot increase the font size. That is the position we are having with respect to above. See, that is one reason. But the
Right.
main reason is, so if you see the market, see generally what happens whenever we are going to do any sort of business in the market, we need to see the
Mm-hmm.
market and accordingly we need to tweak our products. So in that
Right.
sense, see if you see the market, what is happening? Everybody is talking about browser, everybody is talking about some sort of internet. So everybody is talking only those things, and
Mm-hmm.
there are players in the market who are slowly capturing with this particular initiative, right? Now again, if I say that no, I will be in the traditional mode, so you should always use SAP GUI, and if you want to create one sales order, you need to know navigate around 8 to 10 screens. After that also, we are not very sure that no user will be in a position to create sales order, if this is one scenario. Whereas if I go to any sort of sites, say for example Amazon or say Flipkart or whatever it may be, so what is there? So there simply I will go, if I want to place one simple order, so they will give a list of all the available items. Choose it with the pictures also they will provide. Choose, it will mention what is the cost, and even it will say if you are going to take
Hello,
this,
am I
I am going to
audible?
give. Raunak, you are able to hear me? Raunak, can you hear us? Okay. So simply they will open the, I mean, say they will give one site. You will go there, you will open the site, and in that site they will give all the available items with respect to the price tag. And if you are going to do something, or they will give some sort of discount. And if you select, so they will say so and so time I will give you the no that product will be sent to you. Plus, in case of any problems, no, there will be some sort of exchange. All those things, everything is crystal clear and it is available in front of me. So simply I will go. What I need to do, simply I need to click place order after selecting the item. It's over. Your sales order is created, purchase order is created. Everything is over just in 2 seconds. So this is where actually the market is moving. And if I say to our SAP, you please come and use my GUI. If you want to install GUI, you should have a laptop or desktop only. And from there, you need to actually log on. After that, no, I will give you a transaction code called VA01, where we don't know whether it will work or not, because it will work or not in the sense until and unless we don't give proper information, system will not accept it, even though it is very much robust. So, and it will take minimum 5 to 6 minutes to create one sales order. So who will, people don't actually accept such things, right? Because
Right.
everybody wants to have a very easy method, safe method, and user friendly, correct? So
Right.
because of this, what happened for SAP now? They need to rethink that whether the approach what we are having, this GUI approach, will not work. That is one major issue. The other important
Mhm.
issue is it is not only your internet and browser, it is your phone nowadays, right? Mobile applications. So what happened
Right.
if you are having a mobile and if you are having internet, you can do whatever you want by just by sitting in your house, right?
Right.
So these all the things made SAP to rethink about the product. If we are going to stay with the traditional methodology, then the days are not very far that no, we may need to close the entire company itself because nobody will use it. So this
Right.
made SAP to rethink and they come up with a concept called this Fiori. What is Fiori? What they said very simply, Fiori is an application container which will hold all the applications. The main purpose of Fiori is you can execute this application in any device. It can be a browser, it can be your desktop, laptop, phone. You take any device, it will work. First point. Second point, what they made? See, this application will work in the same fashion irrespective of your device
Mhm.
seamlessly. What is the meaning of that? If I see my desktop, the screen size is bigger. If I come to my phone, it is small. Then there is a problem with respect to screen resolution. Hope you remember in your BDC, you will have this problem as far as ABAP is considered. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Unable to hear. Can you please rejoin, Ronak? If you are able to hear me or you are saying you are not able to hear me, but how to pass information to you? 1 second. Please rejoin. So these are the things which made SAP to consider the Fiori applications. Now, where these Fiori applications are useful? See, generally we call it as app. App means application. That's the short form nowadays. Okay. So
Okay.
how actually we are going to work with Fiori? What technologies we need to learn? All those things will come into play. See, just I will share my screen, but I will not get into your course content and other stuff. First, you try to understand what is this. Then it will be very easy for us to understand further details. Okay. So let me
Okay.
explain everything first. So if we go to code or something like course content, we are going to restrict ourselves, which I don't want as of now. Let me know once you are able to see the screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Or
Uh, can you maximize it?
I will do. I will do. I will do. One second. Okay. See, I am actually opened a notepad. Can you see the notepad?
Yes.
Yeah. Just I am writing Fiori. So if I want to come to Fiori, see one of the biggest disadvantage what I am having in SAP is none of your ABAP applications are having the ability to get executed in the browser. That is the biggest disadvantage, right? I cannot
Right.
execute any ABAP program in Fiends browser. So that is one of the biggest advantage for other players who are using Java, .NET or web technologies. So it is very easy for them to actually get into the market. So considering these things, what SAP did, they come up with concept called this Fiori. So in Fiori, what is that we are going to do? So in theory, what is the architecture? What is the technology SAP has provided? Let us try to understand. This is the base, okay? If you can understand this line diagram, it will be very easy. See, now we know that when we are going to deal with SAP, again, let us not get confused with this term SAP. Somebody calls SAP ECC, Business Suite, ABAP Backend. So they will call in a number of ways. So let us take for our, since we are from SAP, it is a SAP sub. Okay. So if you are having
Okay.
a SAP, that means SAP has to run on a database. So the database can be HDB or non-HDB. You are with me? HANA database or
Right.
non-HANA database. There is some sort of no difference with these two. But what SAP wants is they want to capture the entire market. For that sake, they are supporting even non-HDB. That is your Oracle SQL because HANA database is a bit costly. It may not be possible for small scale industries to use the HANA database. Hence, they are still in Oracle and others. They will be using that. Okay, that is one point. Just 1 second. I'm getting one call.
Yeah.
Oh, it is gone. Wait. Okay, non-HANA database. Fine. And this is my SAP. Now, SAP brought into market one box called Fiori. With me?
Okay.
Fiori. What is this Fiori? Fiori is basically a it is a container. What do you mean by container? Which holds multiple applications, which holds applications or apps. So that means in Fiori there is no coding. Please remember. So instead of coding, we will be doing a lot of configuration. Okay. So
Okay.
what is the advantage of this Fiori? Then the advantage of the Fiori is main thing is you can run these apps in any device like your desktop, laptop, phone, etc.
Right.
Okay. So this is the advantage. So that means now I am having two box. One is called SAP where all the information is available, and one box is called Fiori which is having the ability to execute your application in any browser. Okay, these are the
Mm-hmm.
two things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you can connect your SAP with this, my job is done. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
it. However, Fieri directly does not understand your ABAP. So that is rule out. With me now?
Okay.
Able to follow?
Right.
Fieri does not understand ABAP directly, hence that is ruled out. So now you are having two systems. One is SAP and one is Fieri. Both are not homogeneous, they are heterogeneous. One cannot understand other. So what we will do
Okay.
in such cases?
We need something mediator.
Perfectly. That mediator is called what?
Put
Middleware. Middleware.
mediator.
Generally we call it
Okay.
as middleware. Right? You are with
Okay.
me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are going to introduce something called middleware. This middleware in SAP terminology we call it as NetWeaver Gateway.
Okay.
Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
NetWeaver Gateway internally uses a protocol called OData. Are you able to now connect everything?
Yes. Yes.
So let us try to go a little bit deeper. For the time being, let us assume that what is the output of SAP? Output of SAP is in the form of transactions, or say let us say ABAP output. Okay, because we are using ABAP, right? So let us say ABAP output. It can be list, it can be report, it can be your what is it? Transactions, anything. So it will be ABAP output.
Mm.
What is this
Okay.
OData? OData is basically open data source system, which is having the ability to convert ABAP into two formats. It will convert the input into two formats. One is called JSON
Okay.
and one is called XML. 1 second. It's trying
Yeah.
from 2 minutes.
Okay.
हाँ बोलिए जी हाँ बोलिए हाँ डबल प्रिंट आता है वो हाँ Sorry, I got a call. So we are here. So let us try to understand again. So we are having SAP, which is going to give me the ABAP output. We want to actually convert that ABAP into a format which Fiori will understand. So for that, we are going to introduce a middleware called NetWeaver Gateway. So remember, both are bidirectional. Just I am not showing it is bidirectional always, okay? Because it is middleware. Now, this OData is going to provide, or the output of the OData will be in the form of JSON and Excel. What is JSON? JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. XML we know, markup language. Right? Now, if you observe closely, JSON and XML both are web technologies. You are with me?
Yeah.
So what we are doing now, we are trying to convert the ABAP information in a format of web. So what is that format? Just example sake again, don't take in other way. Just example sake, I am writing this. See, assuming that this is my internal table, I am having say e code, say for example ename, say esal. Then this is 100, Venkat, say 100. Okay, this is my internal table or database table output. When I convert this information into XML, when you feed this information to OData service, OData service will convert this into tagged format. For example, HTML. Then I will say what is this E code. Don't worry about this. Just example I am giving 100 corresponding closure. Similarly, I will be having ename, saving cut, corresponding closure. Then I am having last one eSelf. And it is 100 slash eSelf. Like this, you will be having a number of records. At the end, I will be having the corresponding closure of HTML. A simple example, okay?
Yeah.
So now your information was in this format, which we can see in the ABAP. That information is converted into this format. So that means what? I have converted my ABAP information into JSON or tagged information. Now the problem is this is a valid output. This is a valid output and you can feed this. You can feed it to directly to Fiori. But output will be in this format. So nobody will understand except technical guys. You are with me?
Right.
Now what we need to do? We need to convert this information into a more readable, attractive format. With me?
Okay. Right.
So for that, I think I will do one thing. File new I will take. Same thing I'm going to write it here. E code, ename, PSL, 100, Venkat, 1000. So I want this information to be written something like this: emp code. See some changes I am doing: emp name, emp salary, and here I am going to make it as 100, Venkat, then say 1000, and see something like this I am going to make in the form of table. Then I will try to make this as bold, and I would like to give some sort of backend color, and this one I will make some coloring will do. Fed up with our SAP, right? Now
Right.
also please see what I am doing here: increasing the
One
font
side.
also. Can you see that?
Right.
Why
Yes.
I am doing all these things? Because these things we cannot do in a app.
Right.
Now tell me which looks better, this or this?
Obviously, the latest
This,
new one.
right? So
Right.
this is called CSS, cascading style sheet. What is that? We'll see later, not now. Okay. So the
Okay.
same information, if you are going to represent in a more attractive manner, so people will obviously get attracted and they will start using this. Correct?
Right.
That is what now we need to do. So now this information is in the form of tag. That information I need to convert to this format. You are with me?
Yes.
In order to do that, SAP has provided some different tools. So SAP has provided different tools. A number of things are there. Just I will mention a couple of things. One is called your SAP UI5. If you remember, that is the base version. SAP UI5. Then you are having something called Web IDE. Remember, Web IDE is the base for everything. Okay. Then we were
Mm-hmm.
having now we got something called BAS. Okay, so the base remains Web ID. Please remember that. So if you want to develop anything in BAS, system is going to integrate this BS with Web ID, and we are going to develop in Web ID only, basically. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
output, whatever you are going to see, no, SAP Web ID output is this. Okay,
Okay.
this is the
Okay.
output. This is the output. Now I am going to feed to my Fiori. With me?
Right.
So when user executes, he will see this output, not this output.
Okay.
Clear?
Right.
Now, when you are going to deal with UI5 or the SAP UI5 Web ID or BAS, this is the place where actually we are going to learn new technologies like little bit JavaScript, okay, then
Mm-hmm.
CSS, then XML, okay. And
Okay.
here you are going to learn OData service and here ABAP. Fiori configuration, no coding here. All the coding will be done in this portion. So this is the line diagram of any SAP app. Make sense or any confusion?
Clear. Clear.
Clear, no? Good. Whether our
Yes.
friend joined or not, he was having some issue. Oh, he did
I
not
think
join.
no.
Around, please rejoin, but still same issue. Very good. Okay. Let them, he will get. Okay, fine. So this is what you are going to do. Now, what are the problems? Now we are from SAP background. What is the main hurdle basically? Is the first hurdle is we have never worked on web technology. Hence, JavaScript, CSS, XML, I don't know. It is very tough. I cannot learn. That is the first thing we will
Mm-hmm.
get. Okay.
Okay.
Next, when you come to word data is the place where actually you will be using a lot of ABAP. Okay. So in Web
Okay.
IDE, we are going to learn from scratch JavaScript, CSS, XML. It is a required. Okay. Now, if we know ABAP, ABAP is actually a full-fledged language. if you are able to work on a app, JavaScript is
Mm-hmm.
simply a script, even not a full-fledged language. Okay. So
Right.
that means what? We will not have more complications like in your SAP app. For example, we will say BAP, we will say BAD, we will say enhancement, we will say exit. See, we don't know. We will say WebDin Pro. So many things are there, right? So all are very
Mm-hmm.
complex. It is not compared to that. JavaScript, it is a pretty straightforward. We will not have much complex things here. That is one thing.
Okay.
In other words, in other words, even though it is complex, even though it is simple, it is required in current trend,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you want to learn theory,
Right.
we must know this. There is no other way. So we need to make up our mind in that way. Okay. The good
Okay.
point, the very good point about this web id and SAP UI5 is mostly 40 to 50% of the code will be generated by the system, so there is no need for you to start from basics.
Mm-hmm.
There is no need for you to start from basic, or even you are going to learn something called HTML. So HTML is very simple. We will see all those things. Okay. Then comes XML.
Okay.
Why XML? XML is because all the standard SAP apps are built using XML. There must be some reason, right? If SAP is doing, the reasons are multiple. Let me tell one or two. One is XML is very simple. Second thing is it is having a more adaptability. Okay. So very simple and
Mm-hmm.
straightforward. So that is one of the big reason. Third important reason why actually we are going for XML is, see, there is something called user exit body, right, in ABAP, where
Right.
you are going to your piece of coding the standard SAP ABAP programs. Similarly,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it may be required for you to write logic in the standard SAP FIORI app. This concept is called extensibility. So what you call in ABAP user exit pad, that concept is called here extensibility, right? So when actually you are
Okay.
going to deal with standard SAP, obviously, since all the apps are developed in XML, it will be in XML only. You need to extend, right? So you cannot write your something different language, right? Now,
Correct. Correct.
hence from the beginning, what we will do, we'll try to work with XML only.
Okay.
That is okay.
Mm.
Once this is
Okay.
done, what is the next step? Next step is you are going to configure in the Fiori. The main configuration is called Fiori Launchpad, where you
Mm-hmm.
are going to whatever you did till SAP UI5, all those information you are going to feed to Fiori, so that whenever you are going to click that particular Fiori app, internally it will call the web ID, then it will call OData, then it will go to your SAP, it will fetch the information and it will display. That's how it will be. That entire
Right.
configuration part and the extensibility part, we are going to do it in Fiori.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is a very basic idea of your what is it? Theory. And if you observe
Yeah.
here, we are going to start from scratch. That means we are going to start from SAP ABAP, where we are going to create our own tables. We are going to write our own function modules. Then we are going to call the function modules and our programs in OData service. So first here it will be Z program. Here it will be G OData service. Here it will be Z web ID. Here it will be Z app for me. So that is the first step. We are going to develop programs totally from scratch in the custom development model. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Like in your SAP, again come to SAP. We are having two types of programs, standard and
Custom.
custom. Custom we did it.
Mm-hmm.
See, what
Right.
you are going to do in standard? In standard, you are going to get into extensibility. Third
Okay.
important
If
point.
there we are doing enhancement, here we'll do extendability. Okay.
Yes, extensibility. Third important point.
Mm-hmm.
See, whenever you are going to deal with SAP Fiori standard apps, so automatically it
Mm-hmm.
will not be available. You need to go and you need to activate them. Then only that will be available. Once it is
Okay.
available, what you need to do, you need to create roles, you need to assign that role to the users, etc. etc. That entire portions will be talking in Fiori.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what you are
Okay.
going to learn, boss. So
Mm-hmm.
if you are having any question, you can pose. If you need any additional information, you can ask. Particularly in Fiori, there is a concept called custom extensibility. I said no, that is very very important. For that, SAP has
Mm-hmm.
provided one app called Custom Field and Logic, which we are going to work exclusively. That is important. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, now this is one portion. Okay. The other part
Okay.
also I will explain so that no, there will not be any confusion for you. See, we can actually create OData service in two ways. One is in NetViewer Gateway, you are going to create using a CGW transaction. You can do that. The other way is,
Right.
if you remember, there is something called CDS, Core Data
CDSV.
Services. Yeah,
Right.
CDS. By creating CDS view, we can make the CDS view as a OData service. That is also possible. So in
Okay.
these two ways, you can build the OData services. Okay.
Okay. Right. Mr. Ankit, what I was asking, like, whatever example we'll see
In the
of
system.
right, but it's the module which you will select. It's like
You should tell which
MMSD.
model. See, I will tell you one thing simple.
Yeah.
Since I have worked in different models, I know a little bit. Okay. But since you are
Okay.
starting, in which model you are actually, got more experience. So we'll take that model so that it will be easy for you to understand.
Okay.
For example, if you have worked in MM, if you have worked in SD, plant maintenance, quality, FI. See in which model you have worked. Let us try to focus on that and let us try to
Yeah.
even do the work on the standard app also on the same model. So you will get a better
Yeah.
idea. That's it, nothing else.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Related to HR, HCM. It will
Hmm.
be great help for me. Yeah.
See, I will tell you the problem with HCM. I will tell you. So it is
Mhm.
not that no, I
Yeah.
don't want to do. The problem with
Uh-huh.
HR is configuration. So if you
Okay.
want to run any application very properly in the system app, okay, so your
Uh-huh.
application should run properly means your backend should have a very neat configuration. If any configuration
Okay.
is missing means your app will not work. Getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
So but we will
Right.
try to look into that. See, I'm not denying. See, we can have some custom apps developed on our own and we can bring all those things as a Fiori app. Standard app I am
Right.
not very sure because I don't know the configuration whether it is done properly or not. That is the issue. This issue
Mm.
is for all the modules, huh? It is not only for HR.
Mm-hmm. But others, since you have hands-on, so you'll be able to do it, right?
No, no, even in HR also I have hands and but SPRO who will go? See, if something goes wrong, who will go and correct it? That is the problem. If you correct
Mm,
today, tomorrow, since all these things will be no testing servers, right? Everybody will be doing keep on testing. So it will
right.
be very tough for you to maintain the standard configuration. That will be a small issue always.
Why I'm asking because my module itself is HR, so I wanted
No
to,
problem.
if it will be easy for me to for future.
See in HR module, what is in which module you want to HR again HR PA PO what is that your TM payroll in which sub module?
Like you can say related to uh, our what it called in ECC we are telling it's like hiring till firing. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's something like what you say,
Recruitment.
time recruitment, time management, and the benefits like what you call
Hmm.
vacation process, leave process, you
Hmm.
can say, and
Hmm.
the end of service where people are getting resignation, termination, that type of
Hmm. Hmm.
processes. Because which I have seen with the clients that they are making complex processes where
See,
workflow
I
is
will tell you
involved.
one thing.
Yeah,
I got your
yeah,
point. I will tell you one thing.
right,
See, if you
right.
observe very closely, all these things,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you are saying, no, these all
Mm-hmm.
are a process, standard process, which is already
Right.
available. If it is already
Okay.
available, means SAP has already created apps for that. Getting my point.
Right.
So
Right.
what you need to do is you need to activate those apps and you need to reassign to the respective users. And in
Okay.
that app, if you find any sort of lack, so it is not
Mm-hmm.
100% what you are expecting, then you are going for extensibility. Getting my point.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
assuming that there is one process which is very much specific to
Mm-hmm.
your industry in your company, which is not
Mm-hmm.
available, then you can develop that app as a customer.
Customer. Okay.
Say you
Clear.
take any model.
So,
Yeah.
mhm. No issue, no issue.
Hmm.
But I'll be whatever you will be explaining. I'll be going through HR. Okay, I will see that
We will
accordingly. I
try.
will do in
We
HR.
will try to do work in HR only. I'm saying we
Okay.
will try to do the things in HR only. But if
Mhm,
it does
mhm.
not work, don't blame us because no configuration we need to see. If you can do configuration there, no, we can work on HR also. That is not at all a problem. See, we will go with the
Mhm,
standard SAP configurations, whatever they have provided. Okay.
mhm,
But still
mhm.
somebody did something means sometimes we will not get the data. Then it will take some time for us to do the debugging. That is where actually, we have to think. Okay.
Mm. Okay. Mm. No issue. No issue.
We'll see that.
We'll see because okay. My
See,
target
basically,
is
what happens, I will tell you one more
yeah.
point. See, now
Mhm,
since we don't know, no, we will feel that no, we'll work in HR, we'll work in we'll work in ST, nothing like that.
mm,
Once you
mhm,
understand the base, so after 1 month,
mhm,
you will say, I will teach you. I have to listen to you. It is like this. Because
mhm.
since we don't know, we feel that no, something great. Once you understand the
Okay.
concept, you are going to apply the concept to any module, right? For example, now if I say write select statement on HR, so
Mhm.
select statement will not be different for SD and MM, right? It will remain same. Select only. Only table will change. Your internal table name will be changing, and your field names will be changing. Right. That's it. Nothing
Right.
else. And you
Right.
may ask, in HR we are having logical database. You include that logical database even in SDMM. Ultimately, it
Right.
remains same for me, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
then we'll see.
No
Can I?
issue. Okay.
And what is your available time? How actually you want to take this class?
Oh, actually, this will be my timing. Actually, six
Hmm.
India time, nine
No,
o'clock
no.
because I
What
am in
I'm trying to
Saudi Arabia.
say, that's
Yeah.
fine. So, what is your
Mhm.
weekends? Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday now?
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. See, now my
Mm-hmm.
suggestion would be let us see this. So, initially, let
Mm-hmm.
us start with 3 days Friday, Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. So,
Okay.
remaining days, no, just try to practice for some time.
Okay.
Once you get to
Mm-hmm.
comfort level, then maybe we'll go ahead with the regular. Otherwise, in this way only, we will continue because now you will also get more time to practice. Now it is required
Right.
to practice. It is not that no, I can talk so many things, but you need to practice ultimately, right?
Correct. Correct.
So
Right.
that's what generally I suggest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's what you're telling is correct. We have to
Yeah.
practice more. Okay.
Okay then. So what we'll do, we'll stop here. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
Munali will get back to you and just talk
Mm-hmm.
to her and
Okay.
let us see the when actually we can start. Okay, na?
No issue. No issue. Okay.
Okay, fine. So once again, whether she's there or not, I don't know. Fine.
I think she's.
Uh, okay, that's okay. So she's there. I think they will get back to you. Fine.
Okay. Okay,
Okay,
Mr.
right. Chalo then. Take care.
Thank
Thanks a lot. Okay, bye bye.
you. Okay.